I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly daily all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Superman number 21. When Batman goes missing in farm country, it's up to the Man of Steel as well as Robin and his own son to hunt him down again. What'll happen? Let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Alright then, so picking up from where the previous issue left off, we join the comic on a truly heartwarming scene of Superboy and Robin Damian Wayne having themselves a little slumber party. Batman had gone off to investigate the nearby dairy, believing a chemical compound in the milk was keeping the young Superboy from reaching his full potential. Batman never came back from this outing, and as such, everyone's starting to get worried. Moreover than that, Clark is starting to become quite suspicious of the friendly milkman himself. If you'll recall, a couple issues back, this guy had a run-in with Frankenstein and didn't flinch. He's also seeming to be pretty close to John at all times. I think the moral of this story should be clear to everyone out there reading right now, and that is, hey, don't accept free milk. There's no such thing as free milk. There's always a catch. Superman and the Super Sons decide to go topside and scour Hamilton County looking for any traces of Batman, and oh wow, I guess I can officially call them the Super Sons now that they have a book. They don't refer to themselves as that, but it's their name. The trio doesn't get very far, however, as Hamilton County comes under attack by a giant octopus monster. In fact, it's one very similar to the one Superman and Superboy fought very early on in this run. Wouldn't you know it too, it just so happens to be fair time again in Hamilton, which means everyone who's anybody is in the epicenter of this small town, which means, you know, the chance of someone getting killed is very high. Superman and the boys do absolutely everything in their power to try and contain the giant monster while also rescuing people down on the ground. In the end, it all proves to be incredibly difficult, and even Superman himself starts to get overwhelmed and even knocked around a little bit. Getting incredibly frustrated himself, as well as a little angry that his dad can't get the job done, Jonathan ends up going all Gohan from Dragon Ball Z on us and tapping into his powers. He cooks the monster with his heat vision, essentially saving the day, but then a very interesting thing starts to happen. Everyone starts ragging on Superman for not being able to stop the destruction and stop people from getting hurt, but they all end up applauding Superboy for, as they put it, doing what needed to be done. Needless to say, John feels pretty bad about what happened. He lost control, and as his super dad puts it, what you do with your powers will not only just change people's lives, it will change the world as you know it. Up until now, everything's been fun and games with being a Superboy, but now you see the dark side of people and the dark side of having superpowers. You can never do enough. After this little father-son fight, Clark decides to send the boys home, as he's going to check out Dead Man's Swamp himself to see what happened to Batman. Damian Wayne, being the classic bad influence that he always is, say that they should go on their own to look for the Batmobile. Tensions are pretty high between both boys right now, one dad angry and one missing. It's not long before the two end up wrestling each other. And that's when something very strange and very unexpected happens. You know that little girl, John's best friend at home, the granddaughter of the milkman? Well, she shows up to help John, assuming that Damian is trying to hurt him. And she does this with the use of psychic powers. Yes, apparently she's been watching over John this whole time, and she says nothing will hurt him ever as the comic ends. Superman number 21 was one heck of an enjoyable issue. I love that we can have a big, huge Superman story with lots of action and lots of cool superpower stuff, but not leave small town America. Between this and the ongoing Super Sons book that also came out this week, this book does a good job further bringing together the closeness of the Wayne and Kent families. Also, after all the crazy world-redefining stuff with Mixie, it's nice to see the Superman book settle back into its comfort zone of telling, you know, life lessons with Jonathan Kent about the future when living with superpowers. This issue, as I mentioned, probably had the harshest lesson he's had to learn to date, and that is no matter what good you do in the world, people have very short memories and it will be very quickly erased by anything you do wrong. Hats off to Tomasi too for tying together all these things that seemed unrelated too. You got the milkman, you got the mysterious little girl, the creepy Goosebumps house, and the octopuses from before. All in all, just really solid. I would give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Well, there you have it everybody, another Superman book on the books. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and while you're here, why why not check out some of the other videos I have on offer from the channel? Want to keep up to date on when the newest video is coming out? I'm sure you do. So for that, I would ask you to head on down to the description of this very video you're watching right now and follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, all excellent choices. And lastly, if you like this book and want to pick it up for yourself in trade, might I recommend bookdepository.uk. It is no joke my favorite place for finding comic book trades, and if you use my link down in the description, not only will you get a great deal, but a small percentage of your purchase will go to support me in the channel. You win, I win, everybody wins, I tell you what. So until next time everyone, I've been Cape Joel, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.